The Talent Discoverer Admin Portal is the administrative tool of Talent Discoverer. The admin tool allows human resources departments to set up the development environment for the company and for every individual, see the results, follow up on teams and individual development, and many other administrative options. When entering in the admin tool, you will notice the left-hand side menu. Starting on the organization level, you can set up here the different departments, brands, if more than one, and business units across your company. This organization information will help to organize your employees in the way that we are going to analyze and follow up results. Positions is your company job positions catalog. In here we will be able to see basic statistics for every job position, like number of employees, average periods in the position, as well as age, service length, education and gender analysis. Clicking on performance, we will get information about how employees in that job position are performing, like the average performance ratios, the distribution of the ratios and the status of the assessments for the current development cycle. We also will see the behavior in terms of performance for every competency area of this job position. In Performance Setup, we design the assessment parameters for this particular job position. The company assessment is divided in two sections: positions, competency areas and goals. In the competency areas section we define the different areas of competency that are important for this job position. Inside every competency area, we define also the different observable behaviors that defines the competency area for this position. For every competency area you can define different weights for every behavior based on the importance of that behavior, or simply give the same weight for all. The same thing can be done at the competency areas section level. You can define different weights for every area depending on how important that area is for the company. This is particularly powerful, as depending on how you define the weights across your behaviors and competency areas, you are pushing your employees to adopt those behaviors, and consequently to improve in those, according with the company goals and quality standards. For every competency area, you can also define actions that will be created automatically depending on the results of your employee in that competency area. Actions can be of any type, like attend a course to improve that area, get to talk with a mentor or coach about this subject matter, review the company policy, etc. As we said before, apart from the competencies section, the goals section allows you to define performance goals for the position. Performance goals are usually numeric values that we get from other systems, like the sales system, revenue metrics, etc. Those values can be easily imported from those third-party systems into Talent Discoverer, to calculate the employee's performance based on those. The same as in the competency areas section, we can also define different weights for every goal depending on the importance of the goal for this job position. Finally, we can also distribute the weights between goals and competencies. In Employees, you will find the list of all your employees, along with the performance information attached to every one. You can import your employees using a simple Excel file, or alternatively we can implement an automatic process that takes your employees' information from your payroll or any other system, and maintains employees' data in sync with Talent Discoverer. From here you can edit your employees' basic information as well as design custom evaluations for each individual employee. The custom evaluations can also be designed by selected people, like her reporting manager or any other person within the organization. Access all performance information of a given employee and you will have an accurate overview of how is he or her performing. In the employee's performance dashboard, you will see how has evolved across time, his latest self-assessment, pending actions, latest assessments received, and detailed information about the different competency areas and goals, either customized for a particular employee or, based in the employee's job position performance assessment design. You can also deep dive into the received assessments to see comments or details. Notice the color codes in answers for a quick look over what he is doing well or not. There are many other administrative options to set up and review performance at any organizational level in your company. In Performance Analytics, you will be able to navigate through the different levels to see the performance indicators at those levels. This kind of data discovery will help to identify if there is a given department, unit or team, that is below or over the expectations. The Talent Matrix helps to identify how your employees are distributed in terms of performance and potential. Ideally, there will be a plan for every of those quadrants in your matrix, as well as a follow-up to see if your employees are moving from one quadrant to another. In Performance Reports, you will find several reports with all the performance information at all levels, for you to download. You can preview and filter the information without any limit. Also, when setting up Talent Discoverer for your company, we can define custom reports for your organization. Talent Discoverer not only takes care of performance measurement, also helps to guide and assess your employees through your defined career paths. Create your career paths based on a sequence of the different positions of your catalog. Employees will then be able to see in which career paths are they positioned and decide which way to go on their next step. At the same time you define the different career paths for your organization, you can define the necessary requirements for every position. In this way your employees will be able to assess themselves for a particular position, taking a look at the necessary requirements and working on those requirements in advance. You can define different levels of requirements, from the actual employee performance ratings, to previous in-company experience, education level, languages and personality. You can also define one or more custom questionnaires to identify the level of knowledge, motivation, etc. Our powerful questionnaire designer will help to do that. Our personality assessments helps to define accurate requirements in terms of the needed personality for this position. We can define our own personality requirements or let Talent Discoverer to propose the best personality requirements based on our machine learning algorithms, designed to identify the personality type for top performers in every job position. Setting up different weights for every group of requirements will help to get a much more accurate assessment depending on the real expectations for the job position. For those who meet the initial position's requirements, you will have an accurate report of their matching percentage. You can deep dive into every assessment to see if has been completed or not, if has been discarded, etc.